Hello, everyone. Welcome to this new episode of the Dead Realms campaign. I think this is episode 12. I am your humble DM, Tyler, and right now you see a brand new player, which we'll introduce in a second. Firstly, Matt, who is playing Blue, is not joining us today because his internet is not doing so well. So we will not see him this week, but we'll see him next week, though. But let me introduce you to the other players. So let's start with from Discord, from the top of this Discord text chat, which would be you, Bob. So go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Hello, I'm Bob. I'm playing Ichabod Iron Eyes, half elf.
All right. And our new player, if you would like to introduce yourself.
Yes, my name is Just In Case. I am playing Koto Soshu, and I am a human.
All right. And then the next one underneath all of us, which would be, well, underneath the producer, so it would be Mike. You're muted right now, buddy.
God damn it. Rico Tenpenny, played by Mike, Artificer and World's Worst Cleric. Let's do it.
All right. And then our final player of the evening.
I think I still have static on my end, but I'm serious and I'm playing Axius, Tiefling.
All right. So that's serious. Just pick up the volume on your mic there a bit, serious. We're a little low, but other than that, we can still hear you, which is great. So
Sorry, I think
we
I'm
left off
static on
at
my
it.
end, that's why.
That's fine. So major cliffhanger at the end of the last session. There was no session last week because of scheduling and what have you, but we're back this week with some action. So without further ado, y'all, let's start a game of D&D. Let me play some music. Well, bam. Should play some music. Can y'all hear that?
Yep.
All right, cool beans. So last time we left off, you guys were exiting the tomb of the Power of the Red Skull. You realize that your former dwarf comrade Bellathor mysteriously vanished, but you guys were able to exit out of the tomb alive, and you guys just started traveling more west to complete your personal goals. While you guys were heading west, you guys had some conversations, and on one of these days, you guys decided to go for a hunt. On that hunt, Axius and crew found Axius's wife, Amryn, which she was basically partnering up with another group of survivors for the town of Parnas. Them being able to hunt a buck and Axius catching up with his wife, Amryn, of course having sex, of course, with said wife, along with catching up with what's going on and what have you. Yep, that's right. It's rated M, folks. But you guys made it to the town of Parsnap, which seems to have basically a community of survivors, which seems to have their act together. So much so they have fully working tavern. So much so that you guys went into the tavern and had a good time. This was Axius's first time at a tavern, so he was kind of freaking everyone out. But nonetheless, you guys had a couple of drinks, kind of relaxed a bit. Axius, kind of worried, kind of wanting to see his wife, was trying to look for her, but instead found that her wooden cabin was broken into and had tracks, lizard-like tracks that followed outside of the town and headed into the forest. And while he was doing that, everyone else was basically getting their party on. So Axius followed into the woods, and that's where we left off. But let's start this session back at the bar. Blue has decided, after he finishes his meal, that he decided to catch some rest that he's been missing out on throughout the past couple of days. So he went upstairs to catch some rest. So at that point, Rico, Ichabod, right now you have Anea with you, and let me just remember this name. And Angelique is also with you guys as well. Ichabod's younger sister and blacksmith. So what do you four talk about? As you two are muted.
What do we talk about?
Yeah. What do you talk about, boys? Right now, there's a tavern going on. There's a bard playing music. Everyone seemed to having a good time.
Probably ask, were they able to bury our mother, or did she rise up and walk off?
Well, Mother, unfortunately, rose back up, but we took care of her and buried her proper.
Okay.
Rico, how
Just
drunk are you?
getting my halfling freak on, like dancing.
Cool, make a
Get off
Constitution
the
saving throw,
table.
buddy.
Oh God, Constitution save.
Yeah, you're drinking a lot of ale right now.
18.
Okay, you managed to hold your liquor. You're getting a really good buzz. A buzz that you haven't had in quite some time.
Off the table, I'm going to make it hail. Start throwing gold coins at him.
You throw.
This is the most money I've ever seen, and it's totally useless.
All right. Rico, you through your drunkenness, surprisingly, you see a familiar face. A face that you haven't seen in quite some time ever since you served them, but you do see one of what's the right term, like owners or friends or employers of your past life. But nonetheless, you do see a teenage girl coming up to you. Obviously, if she used to have rich clothing and regalia, but unfortunately, because of the zombie apocalypse, it's dirtied out. But you recognize this teenage woman as this is one of the very few people that actually treated you with much respect while working under them. You see Catherine, one of the children of the masters that you served, and one that treated you with respect. And she says, "Rico, is that you?"
Yep, totally me.
Oh, she goes for a hug. Do you accept?
Yeah, sure.
All right, you accept said hug, and she says, "Oh my God, I thought one of those things got you when everyone was running away. I was so worried about everyone else along with the other shirts. But I'm glad to see that you're okay and seem to have a good time. It seems."
Yeah, this is my first tavern since it all went to shit. Glad to see that you're alive. I'm so happy to see you. Uh, how's the rest of the? Are they all? How's that?
They didn't quite make it, unfortunately, but I just managed to get by. But well, I'm glad that I'm alive, and I'm glad that you are also alive, Rico. And she looks over to the rest of your party, and she says, "And it seems like you made some new friends along the way too." And then she like gestures at her hands. Everyone says, "I'm Catherine. I'm friends with Rico here. We used to be friends in a past life, of course." As she introduces herself to the party of Ichabod, Angelique, and Anea. Anea shakes her hand, of course. So
I'll put my hand down, shake it, and
you do.
comb back my hair a little.
All right, you do. So she says, "Oh,
Introduce
All right.
myself, Ichabod Iron Eyes, the clan Iron Eyes, 8th generation blacksmith. This is my younger sister, Angelique.
man, and a lot of the. I can't believe you still remember all of that, big brother." And then it's like,
Catherine was. Go for it.
and then it goes, "And I'm Anea. It's nice to meet you." And they shake hands. It's kind of weird for me doing two voices, but we'll go with it.
Catherine was one of the ones that advocated to her father to get me into the library so I can do my reading, and kind of how I got to start being a tinkerer. I got a cannon now. I show her the cannon.
Oh, well, I'm glad that that knowledge has been put into good use, at least.
Yeah, kept me
Right.
alive.
And then she talks with Anea, and obviously they have girl talk, and then eventually they move away from the table. Koto, I want you to make you kind of hear bits and pieces of this conversation, as we talked about privately. And at this point, what would you like to do? You kind of see like these from the sound of things. You clearly think that these are experienced adventurers, and it seems like they have connections here.
Like last time, I moved closer. It didn't notice, and I can't hear them quite well. Since the halfling became more boisterous, can I get another perception check?
Sure. So you're still trying to be like secretive, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So first, make a stealth check. See how this
So
rolls.
I hit the roll d20 and got an 18.
All right. So that's for perception check. I asked for stealth check. So we'll just say.
Oh, you want a stealth
You
check?
got a stealth check, yeah. We'll accept the 18 as the perception check,
Yeah.
but I need you to make a stealth check since you try to be more secretive. As the music stopped playing for some reason. Stealth.
Get a 15.
Okay. So no one has seemed to notice you. Everyone seems to be still having a good time. Perception check. You filter your ears through the voices basically of
Did
all
I
the other
notice
conversations, and now you hear.
the half elf throwing actual gold coins at the halfling?
Oh yeah, you definitely saw that shit. So, all right, now there's like 2 gold coins right underneath them. So you get the idea that maybe they have some money on them. As they're trying to fix the music problem.
I'm
So
muted.
what do you do, Kodo? You're muted.
And there
Off
is
the table.
6 in this group, right? 2 females,
There, right now you see
5.
3 females, and then
3
a half
females.
elf, and a halfling.
Does he actually
The
have
half elf
a
seems to be a bit
cannon?
Oh yeah,
It's
he's
like
Would
a
I-
tiny cannon, like a little hand cannon.
Got it. I was looking at your miniature, and I was like, is that what he's carrying around in this bar? And these look like adventurers. I mean, they're armed and armored. Look a little bit cleaner, and looks like they haven't skipped a few meals like everyone else.
Okay.
I don't know about cleaner, but
Well, for me,
So,
I
at this
look very disheveled. Like I've been on the road for many days.
Alright. So, at this point, I would like to make Ichabod and Rico make perception checks for me. Okay. Rico, what'd you roll? 12.
12.
Okay. Yeah. You just see, like, Rico, you're kind of like having a buzz. So, like, you don't have tunnel vision per se, but like, the buzz is kicking in. So you're not paying too much attention to your surroundings. Ichabod, as far as you are concerned, you're just paying attention to Catherine and the conversations that they are having. They're just talking about like stuff or what have you. But Kodo, they don't seem to notice you.
I'm just gonna patiently wait, see what they do. Does
Alright.
the rest
Ichabod.
of the patrons in this place, does it look like they pay any of the party mind?
Make a perception check.
also because this is like the first time I've gotten like a serious buzz since this all started, I kind of catch myself for a moment, and I'd like to use Eyes of the Grave just to sense if there's any undead within 60 feet.
There isn't any.
Okay, cool. I keep partying.
You keep partying. So,
Like,
Kodo. So, oh, wait a second. Alright, so Kodo. With your perception check, you do see that a couple of, like, above average / muscle building group of what seems like to be adventurers, like looking over to the half elf to the party after Ichabod tossed some coins at them, but like paying too much. They like notice them too, but they don't seem to be that much interested.
So they notice the gold coins get thrown around, but it doesn't look like they know the people per se.
Say again?
They notice the gold coins get thrown, but they don't seem to recognize the party or any party members.
That's correct. They don't seem to recognize it. They just looked at it as the thing happened and then just went back to their business. So what do you do, Cole? You see a halfling partying, he stops for a moment, and then
I'm
just
just
continues to
gonna-
party.
I'm just gonna sit here on my table and just try to be sneaky and just listen to their conversations, see where it
Alright.
goes. Especially now that I see gold coins get thrown around. Yeah, this is the
Alright.
first warm meal I've had in a week.
Oh yeah.
I'm
So
gonna walk over to Iron Eyes and go, you know, you're like the best blacksmith I know, and I know like 4 blacksmiths. It's like a lot.
Me or her?
Oh, you.
Okay. Of course, I'm older. I pat her on the head.
Alright. So the night continues, and you guys, you can sense that everything's starting to quiet down. Everyone seemed to be going to the cabins. The bar, unfortunately, Rico was closed for the night. But Aeneas will go with Catherine. According to Aeneas, says that she's going to do some girl stuff with Catherine, but she'll go with her. But Ichabod and Rico, there's a few patrons left. One person that seems to stand out amongst all of you as the rest of the tavern clears up is that you just see this individual just like kind of paying attention to you. Justin, if you would like to describe what your character looks like.
Just like the lady that showed up, it looked like at one time he had well-made garb of Alvin design, but is well-worn, dirty. Has no weapons. It looks like he's been nursing the same beer all night long.
Alright. Ichabod and Rico, you two see this individual who seems to be like just staring at you.
Hey.
Rigo, don't talk to strangers.
That's how you become friends, though. That's like the only way to do it.
You're drunk. We don't know what he's gonna do to you.
I.
Well, guess we pick up our mugs and move to the other table.
Alright, you do so.
So the drunk halfling waves at me. His friend says don't wave at him, and they all move.
Yep. What do y'all do?
I'd like to climb down from the stool that I'm sitting on.
Okay.
Just kind of stumble over to this new stranger. Go, what's up? How's it going?
You are very strange.
I pick up the
Yeah.
gold and move over to.
So, like, not big into drinking?
I am relatively new here. I don't want to make a scene, like some.
Cool, respect. But you know, like, we almost die, like, every day. So, like, gotta enjoy it while you can.
Wouldn't it make sense to keep your senses so you can better prepare?
That's why I got this, and I pull out this tiny hand cannon.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see like it just
Yep,
moving all over the place because he can't
Yep.
keep it still?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Did you make this, or did you steal this?
I made it out of scraps.
Did you steal the scraps?
I didn't buy them, but nobody's missing them.
So you found them?
Yeah, just laying around.
Can I get an insight?
Sure. What you roll?
Got a 16.
Okay, Rico. What do you give as far as insights concerned?
Um, Rico is too intoxicated and just too relaxed to have any concerns about lying.
All right. That is your insight.
So, like,
said-
you don't have any weapons? Is that how do you?
It takes gold coin for weapons.
Like, today? I think it's just like a barter kind of thing. Like, you help people, and then they help you. You know?
I'm very new to this town.
I'm gonna reach into my coin bag and pull out 50 gold and just push it into his chest. Here you go,
Chunky,
buddy.
of course.
Well, it's a good thing you met us. Talking to the two weaponsmiths here. I point at my little sister.
Mm-hmm. All
A
right, rather well.
chance. Are you
Well, I'm
guys
gonna leave you.
also
I'm gonna leave you.
Fletchers?
Angelique says to you, Ichabod, I'm gonna leave you to you talk business matters. I got a shop to run in the morning. You see, she's kind of like half drunk, Ichabod, and then she walks out. So
Are we staying with her?
you didn't clearly
Yeah,
specify.
we'll just stay at the foundry.
The barkeep, Ulysses, says behind the desk, well, I think there might be half some room, and plus your Dragonborn friend has a room up there, so if anything, you could crash up there.
He talks in his sleep, so.
Do I know
Yeah,
if
I
there's
guess
like a front porch to this establishment?
There isn't really a front porch to this establishment. It's really just a 2-floor building with basically no chairs or tables outside. It's just like all interior.
What does it look like behind the building?
You haven't been there, so.
Okay.
All right. As you guys are continuing this conversation, Axius comes through the door, but you've realized that Axius looks quite different. Axius, if you would like to describe what you look like now.
Instead of the braided hair ponytail, I have a short mohawk in between my horns. Let's see. I am bleeding in my left hand. I have a necklace with a bear. The wooden piece that Rico gave us a couple episodes later, I was carving into a bear, which is now tied around my neck, along with another ornament, which I will discuss later. I think that's about it.
All right. You guys see Axius looking completely different. Coda, this is like you've seen this tiefling before earlier as he was kind of freaking out, but this is the first time you've seen him. Axius, you see that Rico and Ichabod are joined with this human-looking dude, and you see Anea nowhere around.
How drunk is Rico?
How drunk are you?
I weigh 40 pounds. I've had probably 3 beers. Yeah, I'm pretty into it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna, without saying a word to Coda. Yep.
Yep.
This random person who I just met. I'm gonna pick up Rico. I'm gonna look at Ichabod. I said we need to talk outside now, and I head out the tavern.
All right.
Do these two look familiar? Does it look like the halfling is struggling against this person? Is this an assault? Basically, that's what I'm getting at.
No. Rico, if anything, is excited. He's like, let's go!
Right. Do you follow Axius out?
Yeah, I get up with my beer and I pat the new guy on the back and say, "Let's go. Time to earn your keep."
I beg your pardon?
Come on, time to go kill something.
Uh, okay.
And I start like he just found his wife, and now he lost his wife. Probably, I don't know, but he said we need to talk. So let's go.
Axios, I
I,
like your haircut. It looks good.
I'm just stunned, kind of like how in a mall, if everyone moves this way,
Sure.
everyone moves that way. Everyone's just getting up and moving that way, so I'm just like, okay.
Alright. You guys exit
That's
out of the tavern, and as you do, you guys see at the other side of town some smoke billowing up with bright flames. And everyone's like, "Oh my god, what's going on? What's going on over there?" And like a couple people are heading towards that general direction.
What did you do?
Someone took my wife and set the cabin on fire. We got to go.
All right.
Where's everybody? Where's Blue? Where's Anea? We gotta go. Now.
Who passed out? He's probably sleeping off something. He's not. Didn't look. Looked more greenish than blue this time.
Listen. I put Rico to Ichabod. You get the horses ready. I'll meet you guys at the stables. I'll find everybody else.
Okay, let's go.
I go upstairs. I try to find Blue's room.
You find Blue's room.
I'm going to sneakily open it.
Make a stealth check.
I think his passive perception's like 1 right now.
That's a 22.
You open the door stealthily. He doesn't pay much attention. You see that he's kind of in a draconic meditative state, and you see shocks of lightning just coursing through him.
I want to investigate his bag.
Investigate his what?
His bag. His backpack.
Sure, make an investigation check.
Fuck. 7.
You find nothing worth of value. He is a monk, so usually they don't carry nothing of value with them, and you find nothing in his bag. That seems to be cool.
I'm going to place my mouth over him and then wake him up in that sequence.
You do so, and he goes,
Shh.
actually,
Hey, shh. We got to go now to the stables. Can you move?
what?
Can
I
you
can.
move?
I can.
Good.
What's going
Stables.
on?
Stables. I'll explain there. I don't know who's watching, but stables.
Fine. Let's go. He gets his shit, and then he follows you.
I go look for Anea.
All right. I want you to
You
make a
step out in
perception
the
check.
street, and I'm like, "Yeah, get to the stables now!" Really
Never
loud.
mind. That's just like here that I fucking just said. To
You hear this? All right, you guys make it to the stables. Anea has seemed to hear a call. She's the last one to join. Just says, Ichabod, what's going on? Axios, did you do something with your hair? And what's going on?
I'm like,
You are at the stables, so
yeah, I'm jetting to the stables as soon as I hear Ichabod start screaming. I was like, I don't need to go look.
oh yeah, you do so. You guys all regroup at the stables.
Before I say anything, I'm gonna take a look outside, see anyone else watching.
Make a perception check.
Is Koto with us?
yeah, and I look confused as shit. Like, what is
19.
going on?
I
What'd you
don't-
roll?
Is the blacksmith next to the stables?
No.
So it's her.
19.
19. All right. You see no one really looking at you at all. They seem to be more focused on what's going on the other side of the town with the cabin and everything.
All right, I turn back to the group. I say, all right, 3 things. 1, someone has my wife, and she's probably gonna die as soon as day breaks. 2, I look at Blue. I think I know where your friend is. And 3, someone's been fucking watching us, tracking our every fucking movements. I need you guys to trust me. We need to get on this cart, and we need to go back to deliver this damn skull to whomever.
Ixnay on the belay. I point to Koto.
Fuck, I'm not. We just met him. There's no way that it could ever be him. This fucking spy could ever be the guy I just fucking met 2 minutes ago, Rico.
I'm gonna turn to Koto and go, "Are you a spy?" Serious question.
Serious answer, no.
Can I insight check that?
What kind of skull
Sure, make an
is
insight check.
is this? Is this skull a humanoid
Goddamn it.
skull or an enema skull?
No, nobody
He's-
said skull. There's no skull.
He's telling the truth, so.
Nobody
I-
said skull.
I wish to
Good.
help find this wife.
No, we have bigger things to fucking. We have
I
bigger.
jump in the cart.
You
Thank
jump
you.
in the
We
cart.
have bigger things to fucking worry about than. My wife would be upset if I. No, we have to go. All right. Just
So we are
shut
leaving
up.
building.
Shut the fuck. I will leave the person I just met 2 minutes ago. If you want to fucking live, get in the goddamn cart now.
From the cannon, there's a plume of green smoke, and everyone gets 12 temporary HP. Let's fucking
Oh
go.
my god.
Go.
This is
I-
all in character. This is all.
I get in the. I am quite nervous of the screaming tiefling. I kind of get in the back of the cart again, very confused.
It's a lot of
I-
veins pulsating right now. My fucking
So-
forehead.
I look towards the halfling since he's the calmest thing here.
Do I see
Normal.
like any kind of fear in
No,
your
no fear.
expression?
No, just complete confusion. Like no fear, just confusion.
You should be more afraid when he starts yelling.
Oh, I meet many screamers like him on my travel.
Okay,
Climb in
that's,
the leg
I'm,
and start off, you know.
I'm just letting you know.
Alright, everyone gets in the cart. You guys ride off. Because of your loud noise, Axios, and you screaming, you do catch their attention a few individuals, but they're just common folks, so they're like, huh, what the hell's going on? And then you just burst out of the stables.
Oh,
And eventually you guys make it out of town because there's not like a guarded section, quote unquote, and the drawbridge hasn't been raised yet, so you guys are able to make it out of town.
I'm gonna wait until we're about 1 mile from town before I stop the cart.
You do so after a couple of moments.
I'm gonna do another perception check, make sure we're not followed.
Make a perception check.
17.
No one seems you're out. There's no one around you.
Listen, Ichabod, you need to hear this probably more than anybody. Someone took my wife. I went chasing, and I found who took my wife. And we all need to make a decision about this damn thing that we have. Because, and I look at Blue, your fucking Black Dragonborn friend is the one who has my wife.
What? How? How did you?
I do not know. First of all, I'm gonna pull out the map while I'm saying this. I'm gonna look at the Ankh just to verify something.
Sure. Coda, you see a map being pulled out along with the.
I was gonna say, can there's any way I can sneakily
Hold
look
up.
at this map?
Well, before you can, let me just describe. So they pull out the map that is marked in several areas. It's basically the map of Faerun. You see an Ankh, which is like the a legitimate Egyptian holy symbol being placed where it. And as you see the Ankh being placed on the map, you do see a couple of glowing green, couple lights being brightened, and you see three. You see a glowing red one, which is at your location. You see a glowing green one, which is at a nearby forest around your guys' specific area, and you also see a purple one that is basically a couple days before the town. Three of them are glowing simultaneously as you see this map. Now, that being said, what would you like to do, Kodo, as this is being pulled out?
I'm trying to sneakily get a look at the map,
Yeah, you do so. You see what I described.
and we were traveling for a couple minutes, right? I'm trying to get a.
Just 1 mile. Literally just about.
Just 1 mile away from town. So
So a couple minutes. I'm still looking in the back of the cart, seeing what they have.
yeah, it's just basically when you look around the cart, it seems to be a repaired cart of sorts. This is basically a common cart that merchants would be using, but it seems to be makeshift to where it's basically has a big cover underneath, basically covering everything in the cart, from the elements. And you can see that it's been repaired and such. And you can see a little bit of mold is growing at the floor. It seems to be seeping through the floor a bit. But other than that, it seems to be a stable cart.
So there's nothing like I was looking for stuff in the back of the cart.
There's nothing really other than you guys' and your guys' equipment and such.
Hey, that green one looks closer.
Yeah, that green one is incredibly close. I don't know how they got up, but listen. We're gonna make a decision now because that black dragonborn gave me two choices. We either hand him the skull and everyone in that village and my wife are safe, or we run now and they're all dead. And
Can we fight him?
no. There are 3 undead ogres and the green dragon we didn't kill, also undead, along with other undead fucking hordes. That's a dragon, 3 ogres, the black dragonborn, and too many undead. And I was told that there's a spy in that village, and if I try to warn the village about it, that they're coming immediately thereafter. So we either get out without notifying anybody, or we hand over the skull and try to get the purple one, or whatever.
Yeah, but we just ran. Did we doom the
We're
village?
just a mile out. We can literally go back. I'm literally saying I am not making a decision for everybody here.
If we give them the skull, they're gonna kill more people.
I look at Ichabod
If
and I was like, I know that I would lose my wife if we go. Are you okay with your sister as well?
No, I don't want to lose my sister.
I don't want to lose my wife, but
Well,
we give them the skull, they kill the town anyway.
yeah, we gotta find a way to defeat that black dragon.
no, it's the green dragon and the black
The
dragon.
dragonborn. The dragonborn.
Yes, but it's the undead dragon and the undead ogres that are the issue.
Well, we've killed ogres and we. I pull out the hand. We took this from somebody bad.
We outnumbered that. They outnumber us. Period.
Not if we take them one at a time.
How? Look at the
Guerrilla
green thing.
warfare. Separate them.
Kodo, what are you doing while all this discussion is going on?
I am so confused. They're talking about skulls. This guy just pulled out a hand. They're talking
Lady
about
said skulls.
ogres and dragons. you literally said skull 3 times.
No.
May I make an observation from someone that is very confused?
The floor is yours. I'm literally waiting to hear this.
It sounds like we only have one path, and that is through obstacles, because giving up skull or running will lead the same path.
To stay and fight, is what you're saying.
I believe that is the only path.
Every man, woman, and child picks up a weapon.
Lou interjects and says, Black is a cruel individual, and it seems like his ways have not changed. But if we were to choose the lives of others versus no lives at all, I do not know what he wants with this skull. And all I know is that before all this happened, that he dabbled in necromancy, but it seems like that he has fully ingrown power with it. I'm afraid what he would do with the skull, but I would rather not have more lives be taken by Black. And if he is as powerful as you say he is, then who knows what else he could have. he could have up his sleeve.
So you're saying stay and fight, or you're saying run? Or
Either or is a difficult choice, but as far as I know, I'm relatively new. I'm just telling you observations of Black. I'm just saying that regardless whether you agree with him or not, he will do cruel things.
So they are after this skull.
I do
yes,
not know what he wants with the skull, but this skull that we have is quite powerful, and in the wrong hands could be detrimental, and in the hands of Black could be far worse.
So we
Renee,
have
what do you think?
we have to stay here in town with Skull.
What
Renee,
if
what do you
this
think?
red skull controls the red-eyed zombies?
I don't think we've seen any red-eyed
Nope,
zombies.
you have not seen Red Eye Zombies at this point.
We
But
would
we
have to
saw
activate.
green and purple, right?
You've seen
We
Green
don't
and
know how
Purple.
to do so. Only he spoke a language that I didn't understand to make the skull act for the zombies. I don't know if we know the language, but the wizard at the town back east would know, since he's the one who sent us here in the first place.
Here's a terrible idea. I touch the skull and try to learn more about it, and then use it to kill all those fuckers.
And Aya says, "Don't will you get hurt though, Rico? I mean, when Banthor touched the purple one, his hand got burnt."
If I can exchange my life for that town, the bards will sing stories of me for years.
Well, I don't know about. It seems like everyone doesn't know what they want to do, but
Those axes, do you
if
think if we run to the next town, they'll leave this town alone and chase us?
I think my wife dies in the morning unless we give him the skull, and the entire town will be overrun as they chase us. It's either he gets the skull or the entire town, your sister, my wife, dies. If we stay and fight, we may not live anyway, and he gets the skull. Then what?
Can we destroy this skull?
We can't
I
even
don't think
touch it
so.
without it.
Anea will then say, "Look, I know this seems tough, and it's a hard decision to make, but if my mother taught me something is we all try to make the best possible choices for everyone involved that is good for everyone. Um, we all made new friends today, and kind of like these things being normal. But if that were to go away, then I don't think this world would be a better place. It sucks, but I think it would be best if we just give the skull over, whether or not black, right? Blue just nods. And Naya continues saying, "If does is Black one that honors his word?" Blue then says, "We monks are honest for the most part. However, I do not know his motives nowadays. But if and we were to give the skull, he could have great power. But I do not know whether he'll keep his word or not." So that's
Sounds
their
like a
views.
fuck that.
So that's their views. So but it's up to you four to make the decision, and they'll
I
basically
vote
go with whatever you want.
we wake up the town, arm everybody, and fight. That's my vote. I mean, if we had a druid or somebody who could do like sneaky recon stuff, I would love to find Axios's wife and get her back to us before that fight happens. But
Ichabod?
I'm not sneaky.
Okay, Ichabod. What do you say?
We gotta warn the town. Either way, I think even if we give him the skull, he's gonna attack the town. He's gonna try to kill us. I hate to say it, but your wife might already be dead.
I'm aware of that. I am literally thinking of the lives we have not met, plus the lives back at the town that we came from weeks ago. If we give him the skull, all of that could be lost. This is the
Yeah.
lives of a few townspeople versus all the lives of everyone that we have never met before.
So what's
Yeah.
your vote, Axios?
I say we leave in the dead of night.
And do what? If we leave, the town is probably going to be destroyed. If he doesn't, he's going to chase us back to the other town where the wizard is.
We were
Maybe with
chased to
that
get to the
wizard-
temple to get the skull to begin with. We've been chased ever since we met Beatrice.
Hey,
Fine.
How
Fine.
far is the green one?
you
from us?
ever-
The green one is in
Whoever
the
keeps
nearby
Beatrice-
forest towards you guys.
Like how far would it take for us to travel to that location?
It wouldn't take long.
So
Like we can
blue
get there
probably has
before
green.
So let's go for the green skull. Maybe with the two of them combined, we can do something.
That's him.
Yeah.
Black has the green skull. The purple skull is a few days away from here. I don't know who has that.
I think Beatrice and whoever.
No, because every
It's working.
time we travel to get this skull, they were always together, and now they're not. Every single time they were together chasing us, and now they're separate.
Go
We're
for
either about to
purple.
get ambushed on both sides, or something doesn't add up. But if
So
you
we
guys
run
want to
for
go back to
purple.
town, then we can do that. But we need to figure out who's the fucking spy at the very least. If we're gonna tell the townspeople, we gotta snuff somebody out first.
Because we're going back to town to find the spy.
Yes. If we don't find them by morning, then fucking shit.
All right, let's do that.
Kodo, what is your passive perception?
14.
While all this commotion is going on, while questioning what the fuck is going on, you feel a tug behind you. You turn around, but there's no one there. But you felt a tug on your bag, as if someone tried to take something from you. You're the only one who notices this.
Is there another person in your
While
group?
all this arguing is going on,
Well,
I quickly
what do you do?
move and then I look at the group. I'm like, is there another person here?
do you have food in your bag?
No.
Oh, you're fine then. Don't worry about it.
I think you all have many things to sort out and many skulls and hands. I believe I will go back to town and start warning people and get ready for a fight. And I'm
What
gonna
about
get
this-
out of the wagon. I'm done with this craziness. I've played along long enough. I'm gonna stand up, give a gentle bow, and I'm out of the wagon and I'm walking back to town. These people are fucking
Okay.
nuts.
Okay. As you walk out of the cart, you do see what seems like to be foot tracks that led towards your guys' cart, that led into basically what would have been your side to the entrance of the cart. And now I need you to make a second perception check.
I was gonna ignore it. Yeah, 8. I'm not even paying it any
You see-
mind. I am
you see
done
nothing
with the
else.
craziness.
Oh yeah. At this point you're losing it.
Done. I'm done with the crazy. I'm done.
Does Koto seem like somebody who is very dexterous?
Yeah.
You don't know. You just met him.
He's.
So
I mean, if you're studying him, he has a athletic build, but it's more for speed, not strength.
All right. Never
You
mind.
do have a monk in your party, so you would notice that even though his attire is elven design, it does look like a monk gi per se.
Turn the cart around and just drive and gallop past Kodo back to town. Make sure he eats
Okay.
as much dust as possible.
I want you three to make perception checks now.
$19.
Okay. Waiting on Ichabod's roll. Excuse me. Ichabod, did you make a perception? Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, Ichabod, exit. Rico, you're still a little on your drunk high, so you're just paying too much attention of going back into town. However, Axios and Iron Eyes, what you both see as you're about to walk past Kodo is that there was another set of foot tracks that led to basically where your cart was. And then, weirdly enough, you see another pair of foot tracks of where your cart was, basically going to the opposite direction of the town. Not nearby the forest, but it seems like to be in the plains area, heading towards that general direction. Seems weird to you because there was no tracks following you guys at all. As you at this point, you pass Kodo.
I stop and I look at Ichabod. Is like, do you guys?
Keep going. I jump off the wagon.
You do so.
Where are you going?
Gonna try to parallel these footprints. Keep going.
I jump off and I smack the horse and I tell Anaya to go back into town.
All right.
I
Rico,
jump
do
off
you-
too.
Nope.
All right. Rico,
Blue, take care of
Blue will
things.
stay with it. Blue will stay with Anea. So you guys jump off the cart and the cart heads into town with Anea and Blue. All right. And you guys, I guess, join one another. So
How dark? What time of day is it?
it's dark out.
I know
You-
Rico doesn't have dark vision, so I'm gonna piggyback him, and then we're just gonna try, I think, follow these tracks.
All right.
You, Koto, come with us.
You are all very strange.
I-
You understand
I
that?
hand him my short sword and say, "Come, we need your help."
I will cannon you in the face. Come on.
Yes, because that will get me to follow crazy. Is with threats.
I'm not threatening. It's in a sheath. The sword. I just take it off my belt and
Not
hand it.
you per se. Half man with
I'm just
cannon.
running ahead. I'm like, just.
Sure.
I gracefully take the sword and I follow way behind them, like
What
3
short
paces
sword do you
behind
give
them.
Ichabod?
I give him my short sword I've been using all this time.
All right,
I will
which is
turn
his
this tiefling around.
So a regular short sword.
Yeah.
Okay, you can add a short sword to your inventory. So, all right, you guys follow the tracks. So we just refer to my notes here. Didn't expect you guys to take this route, but it happened. So, all right. So give me a moment to read. You guys can role play while you guys are following set tracks while I do this.
Rico, are you sober? Come on, sober up. I start smacking him in the face with my tail, like from the back. Sober up. Sober up. We need you. Sober up.
Right.
Not trying to die out here. Not like Banthor. Not like Varen. Not again. Sober up. I keep
Alright.
smacking him. Just
I'm hitting
So
me
you
with
just
your
smack
tail.
it.
Doesn't help.
Okay, so you guys, hang on. It's not steady. 1 second, go. DM troubles. Okay, so here's what happens. You guys are heading northwest towards the Gray Peak Mountain. And you get into, it's basically clearing land, and it eventually goes up to a bunch of hill like areas. It's like a big area full of hills. And as you do so, you see the tracks are clearly humanoid. And you follow these tracks up to this like hill area with a few dead trees around it. Do you guys continue to follow?
Can I tell if I recognize these tracks somehow?
You don't recognize these tracks. These are humanoid tracks.
Yeah, okay, I think Ichabod was first, but yeah, keep going.
Right?
DM, I have a question about the Red Skull.
Sure.
Can other people in the party use empowerment? Like, can Axios
Only
use it?
one person. So for the empowerment ability, only one person can use it. Anyone can use it. However, once that ability is used, you cannot use it till the end of for the rest of the combat. So it's like a one thing use, and you can decide who can use it or who cannot. But once that one use is done, it's done for the combat.
Okay. I just think that Axios would probably get the most out of that.
Right. All right. So you guys follow these tracks into this hill area. You feel the very rocky nature of these hills, and as you do, you basically follow these footprints until eventually it leads into this small clearing area amongst the hills. You can see that remnants of a campfire with a basic ass tent, and amongst that you do see what seems like to be 50 feet out. You see like the continuation of footprints, and all of a sudden some humanoid individual just appears out of nowhere. Like it's just there. It's female, but you can't quite tell who exactly or what exactly this individual is, but you do know it is a female. And then this female just rests down, snaps fingers. There's a campfire that's instantly lit, and this is 50 feet away, and right now it doesn't seem to notice you. What do y'all do?
I'm gonna look at the group and I'm gonna say, do we try to ambush or do we try to walk up and talk?
I think we do a little bit of both. Sneak up and talk.
All right, I'm gonna sneak up 20 feet till I'm 30 feet out.
Okay. What is everyone else doing?
Do I have to hold the skull to use the necrotic
Yes,
blast?
you have to physically hold. You have to physically touch the skull in order to gain the use of its abilities. Yes, I'm just seeing Justin's reaction to all this. So yes, for the skull, you have to physically touch it. You will take some damage, but you will have to use touch the skull to gain abilities of said skull.
I motion for the monk behind me to move off to the left with me. Or like
Okay.
move around
I
the
s-
camp and come in through the back side.
I was stealthily go off and follow the half elf.
Three of you, Rico, just confirming. What are you doing?
I'm gonna tap Axios to let me down.
Okay.
I let him down once I'm 30
Okay.
feet away.
And I'm just gonna crouch in place because I can't sneak for shit, so I just wanna stay put.
Okay. Everyone make self checks for me.
Yeah, I rolled a 10.
Oof.
Yeah.
Ooh, 11.
Oof.
And
7.
Oh man!
We just saw
All
that.
right. It's time to
For
flip the
fuck.
book.
We step on
Oh,
every single leaf that we find and every
All
twig.
right. All right.
Stub my toe on a rock and scream into the canyon.
All right.
Must have been my imagination.
Okay. Ichabod, what you rolling your self check?
10.
10? Okay. Well,
Once I
didn't
realize that
expect
we all
you.
just suck, I'm just standing up. I'm just walking regularly.
So,
This is just
so
not it.
you got.
This ain't it. Like, this ain't it.
Yeah, you guys failed the stealth check. You didn't even beat the passive perception. Uh,
What?
I
so
would just stand up and I hear like them just creaking. I was like, you know what?
so you guys are in a heavily like hill-like area, so this is basically hard to go through as you guys are not used to this landmass. So as you guys are trying to go over this hill, your platform beneath all you just gives way and goes, just making this loud ruckus as rocks tumble behind you. You guys are like, shit. The figure at this point, you guys are 30 feet amongst the figure. The figure stands up and turns around. It's Beatrice, and she looks like shit, like sickly, like shit. And then she goes, "You, dexterity saving throws from all of you."
Come on, roll well. Natural 20.
17.
Nice, nice. Oof. All right. So, Kodo will be taking full damage. The rest will take half. As she casts lightning bolt on all of you.
Are we in a line?
Uh,
Well, remember you got 12 temp hit points.
Oh wait, she does. Oh, I misread. My apologies. That was the staff block next to it. She casts fireball. I'm sorry. So and that will get.
Not
She
much
could place
better.
it. She can place it basically in an area which she can basically get all of you, and she clearly sees you. And this is technically surprise round, so it's 8d6, I believe, for firefall. Let me just double check. Don't want to kill you all yet.
Can I use reactions?
No, because you failed your stealth check.
I
This
mean,
is
we
basic-
knew that she was there,
Oh yes,
so
you do, but
is
she
it
spotted you.
surprise?
It's surprise because she turns around and there you all, and you're like, oh shit, it's Beatrice, and you're surprised because you feel yourself.
I don't know her, so it wouldn't
You
matter.
don't know
if I
her,
couldn't react.
but
I
but
am not-
You just see this look of hatred towards your general direction, and you're like, damn, this ain't good. So it is 8d6. So what bam, 8d6. Let's go.
Wow.
Not much. Not much. So Kodo will be taking 23 points of fire damage. Everyone else takes 11.
I
So
take
this
5. I am
You
resistant to
t-
5.
oh yeah, you're resistant, so you take 5. So boom! This big fireball explosion explodes all of you as all of you set ablaze. Axios, this is just like a minor burn. However, for the rest of you, especially Cuddle, it's burning like a motherfucker. She says, "This is all your fault," and you can see she's gripping like her stomach area, and as she does, you could see what seems like to be a scar underneath her stomach. And she says, "If it weren't for you, if you just wouldn't just stay out of the cave, this wouldn't have happened to me." And at this point, just for a description wise, Kodo, this half of a woman is a half elf. Surprise, surprise. And she's blonde hair, but she looks rough for wear. She's like all white, and she seems to be wizard's clothing, but it's so bad it deteriorated that it's
I
basically
scream
dirty
in
as well.
Elvish, I don't know you. What did I do to you? As I'm trying to turn out the fire.
You
I
are
did nothing to you.
You are associated with them, and she points the fingers at
I
all,
don't know
all of
these
you.
crazy people. Why? I'm just trying to put out the fire.
You can see she goes. She goes on her knees, and you can see like she's in great pain.
I'm just gonna slowly walk up to her with my halberd out.
All right, you do so. She says, "Don't you even dare!" She waves her hand, and you can see like a magical ward is just inflicted on her.
I look at her as like, listen, you don't have either skull. I know that. We have one skull. You should know that, since it was your tracks.
You
we
have
followed
what?
Here. Shut up. We have followed you here. You worse for wear. What the hell are you doing up here? For starters. And B, if you don't put down that magic ward, we can just kill you outright. Right the fuck now.
You
Do I
can't even try.
recognize the magic?
Make a Arcana check.
18?
She casts Blade Ward on herself.
Oh. Okay.
She says to you, Axios, "You sure? Because your new half elf, your new friend over there," she looks at Kodo, "doesn't seem to have what it takes. But why should I listen to you? I could simply just
Because-
banish you to the water plane like it did last time."
That's what we're doing. That I literally see a gash in your stomach. That's what you want to do.
You're trying to kill me, of course.
That's your. I could literally grab the skull and just obliterate you right the fuck now.
You
Put
could,
your
but
war down, and we can talk. And if I don't like what you
intimidation
gotta
check.
say, you do this.
Intimidation check.
Fuck.
Just
Do
got
So,
my
I hear
boots.
all this going on?
Yes. She is
I-
not
I
phased
look-
by your intimidation.
I looked at the half elf. And I'm like, is this normal? What is wrong with all of you? Half
How-
hour ago, I was drinking,
can I see if she has her boots on?
and now I was on fire.
She does.
For flying boots?
Yep. She
My
does have them
boots. She's got my. That's my claim.
on.
We take her head. I get the boots.
She seems like she's preparing another spell.
I'm going to reach into my backpack, touch the skull, and necrotic blast her ass.
All right. Okay. So Rico, you touch the skull. All right. So first off, Kodo, you see Rico pulling out from his bag what seems like to be a glowing red skull, and just from looking at it and for it pulsing its power, you can tell this is like the most tremendous power you have ever heard. And you just see the red skull just making Rico's hand just completely black with red cracks going through his entire hand and up to his forearm. You'll be taking this much necrotic damage.
Can I bonus action healing blast myself first?
Well, first off, do you take the 22? Are you down? Yes or no?
No, I'm not.
All right. Now I need you to make an attack roll with the blast. So it's a D20 plus your proficiency bonus. So roll it. So D20 plus proficiency bonus.
What is proficiency bonus at this level?
It's everyone's a different level, so it's different.
Yeah.
Oh,
What is your level?
God damn it. Well, I rolled a 6, so
6 plus.
I'm level 6. I think it's probably like +2 or 3.
Yeah,
It's
that
plus
doesn't
three.
beat her AC. You see Kodo just like glowing red eyes from Set Skull, and it just projects like a laser beam basically at this half elfin woman, but she dodges out of the way as she saw it coming. At this point, I need you to make a charisma saving throw, Axios.
Fucking shit, people.
I'm gonna bonus action heal myself.
Wow, that's a 9.
Sure. You fail. You are banished yet again. So you are sent into the water plane yet again, and you are basically holding your breath as she holds this. You see that your buddy actually just puff into smoke, and the smoke just goes into her palm, and she's holding what seems like to be a blue orb. He says, "Now that we've got the idiot out of the way, if you wish to talk, you can, but try anything again, your friend stays here forever."
What you said last time. Wand of magic missiles.
I bum rush her. I go in.
She
shoulder
casts a
blocking.
shield.
Oh no.
If he does that, I'm hitting her with like my shoulder, trying to tackle her.
Attack roll plus your strength modifier. Her AC is up because she cast a shield. So D20 plus your strength.
I need to roll a d20 to see if this thing disintegrates. Nope.
That's
we're
it.
good.
That's at the start of the day anyway. So
15.
12, 15.
Got a +3 to my strength.
She had a +5 to her AC. It's not enough. You just run and you just hit wall, just barrier. Kodo, what are you doing?
Absolutely nothing. I have not moved from my place. If the fire is out, I am not doing anything because I am so confused. Everything.
I'm gonna turn to Kodo and go, fucking kill her.
You could see that this blue orb in her hand, just like she's gripping it to where like it's almost dissipating. She says, if you wish to talk, we will talk. Try anything stupid again, and your friend will never come back." And you can see that the blue glow is dissipating in her hand.
Why can't we talk? Your skull
That's what I'm
did
trying
nothing.
to do. Your friends are trying to
I'm
kill me.
I'm yelling at not at her, but yelling at them. Like, why can't we talk? One of your party members is now in her hand. Your skull. I won't ask questions. It's not working.
Nobody said let's go.
She caught me on fire. Can't we just try to talk?
I'm holding my
She
sword up
did
at
this
her
last
eye level.
time, and it was fine.
It's a different day.
Release him now.
Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Why is everyone like this?
Do I take more damage from the skull, or is it
No.
a one-time thing?
No, it's when upon you touch it, but it's burning like a motherfucker in your hand right now.
All right.
If we agree to talk, can you let him out of your hand?
I will, but you will have to restrain him. And if you try something again, I'll blow you guys up yet again, or even worse.
I have nothing to restrain.
Let him out, and we'll talk.
Axius, you are drowning. All of a sudden, you just appear like all behind your party members, soaking wet, gasping for air.
You do that to him again, and I fucking kill you.
As long as you don't try killing me, we'll be square. Ah! You can see
You're
that she's
dead any fucking way. You're gonna die from those wounds. We can all see that. We have a question. Seriously, let your fucking ward down. God damn this night. How did you lose the
You will
skulls?
talk.
How did you lose the skulls?
And we'll answer that when we come back from break. So we're going to be taking a break, a 5-10 minute break. So tune in, guys, and we'll see what happens in the next 5 to 10 minutes. So until then, we'll see you guys then. Grab your snacks, use the bathroom, or what have you, and we'll come right back. And welcome back. There was some chaoticness going on off break, but we are back. So let's continue where we left off with a music change. Music pod is being weird for me tonight, so I apologize if there is no music. But we will continue on. With or
This
without
party
music.
is so chaotic.
Oh, hell yeah, just the way I
So
like
fucking
it.
chaotic survivors.
Yep. All right, so let me just play this music. Does it work? It does. Cool. Now we got atmosphere. We last left off before on break with Axis asking a question to Beatrice, who just recently banished him. So what was your question again?
How the hell did you lose the skulls? And what the hell is going on?
She sits down for a bit, try to catch a breather. You see that the wound that is closed on her stomach, as she, for a moment, like takes her hand off, you see what seems like to be this weird apparatus around her stomach area. You see that there's like a magical ward going on, and like it's a circle like spell that's circulating around this one singular point. And as it does, you see that clearly she has a bite mark. But you guys, well, I don't know about Kodo, but everyone else, whenever you do get bit and whenever you do fall unconscious, there's black veins that go through your entire body, which starts the infection process. However, every time the black vein seems to try to get past the ward, it doesn't, which is strange to you because you guys have never seen something like this before. She says, "Where do you want to start? The moment I lift you guys, or what happened a few days ago?"
Time of the night is it?
It's late at night. It's like 9 o'clock at night at this point.
Okay, we have all night. From when you ran back into the cave, why not? And I put my hands out, walk towards her, and sit down.
Okay. She says, "I was supposed to meet in the cave because I was supposed to do a job. Had this ever since this apocalypse started. I got careless, and this happened to me." She looks at this circular ritual that she's like constantly on at this point, as like it begins to fade in, out, and out. And she says, "Ever since then, I've been trying to figure out some way to dissipate it with magical means. And this individual that I came upon, named Kron, offered a solution. I were to give him this purple skull in exchange. He would give me proper knowledge of better treating this, since he looked like a walking, talking, living zombie, but not fully dead. It seemed like he knew what he was talking about, with all things considered, and I've seen much stranger." Then I took the purple skull, in which she looks at the three of you. You all know. Looks at you, Poe, but you probably don't. But afterwards, I met him back at the cave, and right at the moment when I actually touched the skull, this purple skull gave me an immense knowledge, so much knowledge, all in a matter of seconds as I was passing it to him. Felt like I'd known every possible magical spell I could think of, every single possibility that I can produce. And for a second, I thought I could find the possibility of maybe curing what I have, but the skull was past at that point. I recklessly tried to take it back, and of course, Kron sent out his whatever theirs, whites, whatever the hell they are. And when you guys started making ruckus, things got a lot worse. And then he says to deal with them, to deal with you. And if so, he would offer me the solution. Clearly, I was dying because of you all, so I left with nothing. All that I want is to cure this wound and possibly stop the infection. But I was tricked. I was fooled because of my lack of survival. Do you know what it's like? So trying to have something so close, just within the palm of your fingertips, only to be snatched away before they could even finish.
Yeah, my best friend that you killed in front of us.
I did not kill your best friend. Your friend was munched on by those undead. It was his carelessness that
I put my
led
hand
to his
on
death.
I put my hand on Rico's shoulder and I look at Beatrice. I say, "Do you know how to create an undead army with these skulls?
Uh,
Because I know how to cure bite marks.
What'd you say? I'm sorry, you cut out that last
I
bit.
know how to cure bite marks."
And how do you suppose you know how to do that?
I point over to Ichabod.
I hike up my pant leg and show where I got bit, but yet I'm healed.
She says, well, clearly, magic obviously prevented it. You know, as wizards, I do not know such spells as that. What do you think I'm trying to find? There's really
At
enough
least I can
clerics in
tell
this
you
world.
what to find. That's more than what you know right now.
I know what I need to find. I just need to find it.
I'm gonna go over to Axios and whisper to him, is it okay if I put the skull in your bag so you can hold on to it?
I nod.
Okay. And I
As the
stash it in his bag.
skull, as it leaves your hand, this red glowing cracks that were in your arm, like slowly dissipating, that go back into the center of the palm. However, your entire hand is like completely black.
Cool.
You fools don't even know what these skulls actually do now, do you? There's such much power.
We do know that all three together is not safe.
That is true. Like, the one that you have is probably the most dangerous that you have. Like,
But
do
not
you
only you,
imagine the power that you hold in your back?
What else can it do?
Make a persuasion check.
can I help with that? I was going to ask the same thing.
How do you help?
I was gonna. Let's see. He said, "What do these skulls do?" And I said, "Listen, I mean, we can duke it out for old time's sake, but I'm really just trying to figure out why we're even fighting, because
Okay.
this is all just going in circles."
All right, roll with advantage at this point with persuasion. Yeah, you needed that advantage. Oh no! Double nines. Oh boy. She says to you, out of the three that you have in your hands, I'm afraid for the worst. Look,
Out of town.
What about this hand?
that. What is that? As you wave your skeletal hand.
Well, I took it from the creature. It was in the crypt. Kept up the family tradition.
Oh. Anyways, um, regardless, regardless, I do not care for those damn skulls. Those skulls have been causing more problems. Traveling west, trying to find what I have. Thought I could find something back at Tilverton, but it was blown to smoke, ash. Then, when I went traveling, trying to find whatever nearest town I could find, I see Crone alone fighting what seems like to be some kind of green-eyed army, and with his forces as well, battling, duking it out. I'm just trying to find the spell I need to cure this and survive.
We're out for a couple more people than just ourselves.
She looks at you questionably.
The difference between us is that any one of us, I don't know about him, would sacrifice ourselves for the ones we love. And you're just out for yourself.
I only have myself. Everyone
You
that
had
I've loved
us
and cared for
until
is
you
gone.
backstabbed us.
It was just business, my dear.
You could have easily have explained it to us and caused an entirely different outcome.
You don't
made
get
that
it,
decision.
do you? Cone has powers you can't even imagine. I do not know where he gets his power from, but this is before he even got the purple skull. He can watch. He can understand things. And he has powers that are beyond the scope of a wizard. Undead powers. And somehow he's able to put some of his undead under control. And now, since he has the purple skull, it seems to be giving his forces intelligent life, so he can play tactically.
That still does not condone the backstabbing and the attempted kidnapping of Anea.
I was trying to get her out of danger. As far as I know, she's probably in danger in your hands. I just simply banished you, and I blasted all you to smithereens. All this fighting and combat, and it's only going to get you closer to dying. I can just simply vanish, disappear, protect myself.
When
more
Axios
capabilities.
was pressing your face into that rock wall and using it like a sander, how'd that
She
feel?
casts silence on you. She casts silence on you. She waves her cast silence on you. Like halfway through that sentence. Why are you here anyway?
Because
That's what I want to know.
Then why were you following us?
Following you. What are you talking about?
We followed your tracks here from town.
Wait. That cart. Was that yours?
You've got to be fucking shitting me. We almost kill you and you forget our cart. I can't deal with tonight right now. Holy fuck.
Listen, I'm dying here.
I start
It's
rubbing
perfect.
this shit out of my temples. I'm just...
She unsilences you, Rico.
So, I can hear myself now. So, I forgot what I was saying.
Perfect.
When
I'm
she
just so
said that
mad.
follow us, I start looking around to see if I see any footprints.
Did
in
you
the
take
dust.
something from this guy's bag?
I'm gonna pull Rico aside for a bit. It's like, Rico.
I looked in his bag, but clearly has nothing of value. And why are you with these imbeciles? She looks at you, Kodo.
I've been sitting, just watching this whole conversation. I am not sure. I was in a tavern. They seemed curious, and many very strange things have happened. I tried to walk away, but they don't allow me to walk away. They come over this ridge, and you set me on fire. I'm too worried which side would shoot at me first, so I have not moved.
Hey, I paid you for your time.
At least one of you is making sense, at least. Seems like everywhere you guys go, there's always trouble. And that there's always problems. And that
The
little girl,
apocalypse.
what happened to her? Did she get eaten by your recklessness?
It's the apocalypse, lady. Shit goes on everywhere.
No shit.
I pull Rico and Ichabod aside. I'm gonna say, listen, I know we want to kill her, but I have, like, what if we ask her to help us defend the town, and we'll try to keep her alive as long as possible, and then we kill her?
What if she can help get your wife back alive?
No,
And then we defend the town. I'm afraid that if we just defend the town, they'll just kill her. And I don't want that for you.
Yeah, let's get your wife.
Let's go rescue her. and then destroy these fuckers.
I just feel like if we try to rescue her, then it's a lot of risk. But alright, it's my fucking wife. I turn back to Beatrice, I sit back down.
And before we kind of break the huddle, I'm like, and then I fucking cannon her in the face.
Excuse me?
Nothing.
No, please, please. She starts casting a spell. Please, repeat what you said. By all means.
And then I cannon you in the face.
All right. I need you to make a... You know what?
Before she does anything, I was like, he has a cannon for hit points. You've seen it on us, and you relax.
I do the little green poof, and we gain temporary hit points.
Sure.
11.
Make a persuasion check, Axios, because she's ready to go at this. And she's very not trustworthy of you.
12. I don't know why that rolled, sorry.
Oh, you rolled twice by accident. Alright, insight checker. She's gonna insight check you.
I'm not part of that group, right? They're bickering back and forth, and I'm just watching this sort of
Wow,
exchange.
that's
right?
very low. She seems to
17.
trust you. She seems to calm down, so she dissipates her as she gains hit points. She says, "So, you're gonna leave me be, or do you
No.
wanna?"
You know that the Green Skull is back on the other side of town.
It's
At
what?
some point, the town that you followed us, the cart out of. the
I
Green
Like
Skull.
in the forest. It's like walking distance.
It's in the forest. It's close by. If
wait. So you mean to
can-
tell me the green skull is nearby you?
Yes.
Oh boy, boy. This is a lot
Yeah,
more trouble you guys are causing.
I rolled an 18 on my perception check. Did I see any movement in the bushes or?
You don't.
Right. Well, someone followed us, and the tracks led up to here. So you're probably just as much. The black dragonborn might be coming after you again. Finish the job. So you just might have to come with us, and we might have to fight together.
She thinks really hard about this.
For God's sake, do something right for a change. I don't want to offend any of the gods.
If you could find me some way to give me a greater restoration spell placed upon my wound, and as long as you don't try to fucking kill me, and if you wish to have assistance, you must agree to these terms. You try to
That's
fuck me.
Fine. Let's go. And I piggyback her and start heading back out.
What?
I'm gonna whisper to Axios, are we gonna tell her about your situation?
She
that part of the
pushes
deal?
you, Axios, while you try to figure out. She says, "I could still walk."
You're slow as shit right now with that injury.
I can keep up. She does some magic. You see the circlet symbol just swirl around, and you can see like the blackness that was spreading just slowly dissipate into like a small little like nugget size. She says,
Access, get your backpack. I hold my hand out to her like I'm going to escort her.
she ignores you. She says, "So where are we going?"
Back to town.
Fine. You guys make it back to town. You now have an Abjurer wizard added to your party, which is very good because she has the best spell list, and she has a bunch of magical items with her too.
I'm just
Alright.
keeping an eye on Axios's backpack. Make sure
Sure.
she's not trying anything.
Sure. She's actually last in the group, kind of using you guys as human meat shields. But anyway, she is still following.
I am trying to. I don't care how far back Coda is. We are just, as far as I'm concerned,
Yeah,
just four of
Kodo
us.
is last. He's
Come
like
on,
way
Kodo,
behind
we'll
everyone.
make an adventure out of you yet.
So, excuse me. Koto is your name.
I just nod.
She looks at your gear, and your clothes is elven. Where do you come from?
Far away from here.
It's Graith, by the way. Seems like you're the only sane one here amongst all of them.
All of you. Yes.
That we can very much agree. So, you were just dragged into all this? Did he even give you a choice?
I guess the half man made me.
You
I'm
have
very
vocabulary,
I'm very confused.
aren't we all? Your vocabulary doesn't seem to be hard. You are illiterate?
Common is very difficult.
What languages do you speak then?
Tell her in Elvish I speak Elvish. In Orc I tell her I speak Orc. In Undercommon I say I also speak Undercommon.
She understood your Elvish. She says, so you speak Elvish clearly then, in Elvish.
Of course. That's what I was raised on.
So you were raised by elves.
I did not say that.
I'm asking you this. Right? At this point, she catches you up with what, well, from her point of view, what she sees out of the party. Seems that she basically tells you that the party's kind of strong, and that there was like a cleric and a firbolg with them, but who knows what happened to them. But either or, she says that they seem a bit crazy, but they are quite useful.
Why are you speaking to me?
Because they, and she points to them, don't want to speak to me, and quite frankly, I don't want to speak to them. You're the only
You
one
just
who
caught me on fire 5 minutes ago.
I assumed
You are
you
just
were
as crazy as they are.
She just ignores you, just moves on. You guys hear this argument in Elvish.
In
Do any of you
Elvish.
speak Elvish? Do any of you speak Elvish? Oh, Ichabod, you hear all that clearly.
Yeah. She's trying to make small talk. Kodo cuts her off and screams at her in Elvis that you just caught me on fire. You're just as crazy as they are. Quit talking to me.
I'll say back in Elvish, welcome to the brigade. Idiot.
And in Elvish, I'm like, brigade of what? 4?
So you guys make it back into town. It is at this point around, it's around 10:30ish, we'll say, right? And you guys
30 p.m.
PM, nighttime. You guys make it back to town. At this point, the drawbridge is closed for protection. But other than that, there's a little bit of smoke coming out from one corner of the town. But other than that, you guys there see a gate and it's closed.
If
You
I
see
go
how I
around
see-
town to where to where I started into the forest, will we still see that entrance?
Are you trying to sneakily, or you just walk?
I'm just walking.
Oh, wouldn't they have a guard door?
They have a
Up to the
drawbridge, so like the drawbridge is closed. And I'm glad you're asking, Bud, because as you guys are just casually walking around, you hear someone coming from one of the watchtowers going, "Hey, who are you?"
I'm Amaranth's husband. Can we get back in?
Oh, it's you! Open the gate! Gate closed. Come in quickly, we don't want things to come in here.
Alright, I go in and I try to find Blue.
Okay, you try to find Blue. He is You look all over town. Excuse me. And you find Blue. He was resting in his room, but he seems to be annoyed that you woke him up.
Did you tell everybody in town? You said you were going to do that.
No, you just told me to go back in town.
You were supposed to find the spy.
Oh, yeah. My apologies. That's a DM mistake. She...
We just leave it.
I'm
let
gonna
me just
healing mist blast him in the face.
Sure. What the fuck was that for, Rico?
You find the spy?
Let's find out. Okay. He says that he suspects someone acting a little shady. Right around the. We'll say that he has been vigilant and that he's been looking around, and he sees two shady people that
Not my
seem to be
sister,
off.
not my sister, please,
There,
not my sister.
it's not your sister, luckily.
Okay.
He says, as I look at my notes, both on my computer and my physical notes, that he sees that. Where the fuck is it? I wrote this down. Here it is. He says that there was like this old dude that acts shady, but it's probably Orion the Old, who is the wizard in the town. But you guys know that he was told that he was crazy. But he also saw that Victor was acting a little shady. As far as like, while everyone seemed to like try to work together to play everything down, Victor just like walked away from it and just like didn't care, it seems a little bit off to him. But other than that, that's the only two people that he's seen that act shady, is Orion the Old and Victor.
Did you question
Victor was one of the people that was hunting with Amrit.
Did you
met back
question Victor?
I followed him. Let me roll another d20, see how well he did. It sucks that Matt isn't here. Oh, my dice is very slowly rolling. It's like very slow, like do.
The suspense.
I know, killing him. He rolled. Okay. Did the dice appear on your guys' screen? Because I can't see it on my end. 12? Okay. 12, finally. Alright, so he says that he asked he asked Victor of like, hey, why didn't you put the fire out? Seems weird. He says that he has things to worry about, and then he walked away. He followed him, but then he lost track.
Where's Anaya?
Anaya's safe. She's with Catherine.
I put my
Say again?
I'm laughing because Matt's not here for this part. Shoulder said, "You did good, man. Thank you. We'll take it from here. You rest up until we get ready to ambush the town, or set up the ambush."
Okay, ambush the town.
Set up the ambush.
Ambush?
We're gonna
What
set up
ambush?
an ambush. We're gonna defend this town until we can't defend it anymore. First, we're gonna kill the spy. You've done well.
Do what you must. I'll be up when the time comes. He goes back to resting. Hopefully to show up next week.
As I leave, I was like, man, he's not that bad of a guy. So yeah, I'm gonna go try to find Victor.
Alright. What is everyone else doing?
I want to find Victor.
Find Victor. I'm presuming all of you want to find Victor. No. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna try to find the town well.
You do so?
Try to wash my burns, and I'm gonna try to find somewhere dry and sleep away from all these crazy people, and
Sure.
maybe fight something in the morning. I have no idea what's going on.
Are you sneaking away from the party?
No, I am purposely walking towards the well.
Yeah. So you see Kodo just walk away from you guys.
Photo is invisible to me as far as I'm concerned.
All right, let's go find this Victor.
Is there a cleric in town?
No.
No type of healer in town at all.
I'm a cleric.
I point at Toto and I think he might need your help there, little buddy.
Well, before he even done anything, I just used my tail to like shiver go away. It's like, Victor, now.
Yeah.
I'll go to Victor with you.
All right. You three make perception checks as Kodo rests up from that, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on and try to avoid all the craziness that has happened in the last couple of hours of just meeting the script.
An hour! It's been an hour! All this craziness has happened in an hour.
Best hour of your life, buddy.
Hell yeah.
Worst.
30-20.
Top
Dirty
5
20,
worst.
7. Here we go.
Oh, we're rolling perception?
Yeah.
Yep, to find Victor.
I don't help. It's a 1.
Yeah. Axios, you are very persistent in trying to find the spy because, your wife's in danger. So you look all over town, and you do see Victor, and you can see he's packing his shit. And he's closing the door on his little cabin. He locks it up, and he walks away. What do you do? He doesn't seem to notice you all at this point.
How far away from him?
We'll say 30 feet, but, there's like houses in between all that, so he doesn't see you yet. He's just paying his own mind business.
Sneak until I'm 20 feet behind him?
Stealth check.
I'm gonna give you guidance.
Oh, I need
So I
So
a
that's a
D4 to
D4.
that's a 14. Let's add this D4.
Could matter
Yeah, right.
as a reload D&D Beyond.
Ooh,
'Cause
that's a 3, so 17 total.
you are stealthy. So as you know, he does notice you.
Do I notice which way is he heading out of town? Does it look like?
He seems to be heading out what seems like to be another secret, exit out of town.
Oh, a secret. Okay, dagger. Oh, yeah. Throwing that bad boy with the rope. Come over here, scorpion style.
All right, they get attack roll with advantage.
With advantage? Nice.
Yeah, because you're stealth, and he doesn't even know you're there. We get attack roll.
Come on. 18.
That's enough. Ah! What? What do you do?
I'm pulling him
Yep.
towards me.
Strength check.
Can I go into a rage as I'm pulling?
No, this is one quick movement.
That's fine. Okay, say giant form. So that is 17, sorry.
Okay. So let
do
me
I
make
add
a-
guidance to that? Wait a minute.
No, it's
Yeah,
it's a 1 time.
Is it one time?
So they would
Okay,
just
wait.
roll a d20. Yeah, he doesn't beat it. So you drag him to. He's like, what? Access.
Where
What is
the
this?
hell are you going? And how did you know about this exit?
I was just leaving so I can just leave so I could hunt early.
So I want to, and let me check to see if he's lying. Fuck that.
Sure.
Inside
Make an
check.
insight check.
Can I help?
How do you help?
No, natural
Uh,
20. Natural
no.
20.
I helped so much.
Yeah, he's lying to you.
Kodo's asleep, right?
Kodo is not even with you. So
I'm gonna pull him closer, and I was like, "Where's my wife? Before I turn big and crush your fucking head."
Can I
intimidation.
walk up behind him and poking him with my dagger in his back?
I'm gonna stand there going, please lie to him. I love watching him squish things.
So make an intimidation check with advantage because Ichabod is helping you out. So go ahead and make your intimidation check with advantage, buddy.
14.
Yeah, he's scared to death. He's like, All right, but you didn't hear from me because if he knew, then he would kill me.
Oh, buddy, you are going to die at some point. You just get to decide whether it's tonight or not.
I don't want to die tonight, and I just want to leave. That's all I want. I'll tell you where your wife is, and just let me go. Listen, he promised me safety, and I'm taking that offer. But once I tell you, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Please.
Is anyone
I
else in town working with you?
Just me. Just me.
I check that.
Sure, make an insight check.
Is he lying again? I swear, if he's lying to me twice. 17.
He is being honest with you, not only because you're threatening to kill him, but he's being but you could tell like he's sweating a lot. He's like worried a lot, but he is telling the truth.
Nope, we need to take him to the leader. Have him tell him everything.
You one thing at a time, Ichabod.
I know. Get your information first.
Where?
Look, I'll. You can tell he's like, can you get this dagger out of me first?
Where?
She was taken, and from what I've heard and from what I saw, that a green dragon is guarding her, but she's tied to a tree.
Where?
Deep in the forest. Deep in the forest, okay? I was hunting, I saw him, he was threatening to kill me, but he told me to do him a favor, to check on you, and to warn him if anything. He gave me the stone, and look, I did my part. I'm going to leave now, and your wife is far deep in the forest. Far, far deep, okay? That's all I know. I promise.
He's going straight to him and tell him we hit him back of the head with the palm of my dagger.
Well, he's actually still holding himself.
Oh, is he on ground level? Yet? Have you gotten big yet?
No,
Nope, he hasn't.
I think we still take him to the leader of the town and have him explain everything. People need to be prepared, just in case.
This is the player talking or Rico talking?
Rico.
Look, I just want to leave. I did my parts. That Dragonborn's gonna come to this town at some point. I don't know if it's now. I don't know if it's never. But I just told him that you guys know town. That's all I told him, and I'm getting the fuck out of here. Listen, Amren is deep in the high forest, and that's all I know. So I don't want to die here. I just want to live. Okay, just let me go.
North of town, south of town, where deep in the forest?
In the high forest. It's next to the town. It's the only forest near town. This dagger's starting to hurt. Can you please get it out of me? Just let me go. God damn it.
I'm gonna press the cannon into the side of his face.
So yeah, how? You're short.
I
Go on my tippy toes.
So not only does he have a dagger stabbed in him, he has a dagger like pointed at his back, but now he has this like little fucking cannon like with his halfling just jumping up. It's the sight to behold.
I'm gonna take the dagger. Where did I hit the dagger at? Where's he hit? Was it his
Actually, I'll
back?
probably hang on to both of them.
We'll say that you got him like in this shoulder area. We'll see.
Alright. I'm gonna pull it out of that shoulder. I'm gonna stab him in the back of the neck.
Oh shit! Yeah, don't even make an attack roll. You kill him. Like, oh! And he just collapses and dies.
I was gonna hit him with the palmer, right.
Let's go.
Shit. Okay.
Rico looks a little deflated. He's like, I thought we were really gonna let him go.
All right.
Backstab
Victor
my
is dead
wife.
now.
He has to die. No.
I'm not fighting with you. I'm just kind of surprised.
Do we see where the hidden door is?
Oh yeah, there's like a small break in this barrier that you can easily go.
I drag him out that way into the forest.
Okay. You guys are traveling. Ichabod is carrying the dead corpse of Victor.
Do we want to tell people in the village?
Yeah, we need to at least tell the. We need to get to my sisters. She's a part of the leading group. I'll run to my sisters. Wasn't she staying above the blacksmith?
She was staying at the. She said she was gonna go to.
Before Ichabod leaves, I grab Victor's bag. I was like, take this with him. Let him know that Victor was planning to leave because he betrayed us.
I'm gonna go to Blue. Wake them up.
Okay. So I need everyone's confirmed. What are you guys doing?
I'm waiting for everybody to
I'm-
get the.
Picked her
Okay.
over my shoulders.
Okay.
Going to where my sister is.
Okay.
Tell her to tell the leader that there might be an attack from the undead
Okay.
in the morning.
Okay.
I
I'm gonna go to
Alright.
Blue and say the
Okay.
same
You
thing.
do so, no problem.
Is
Okay.
there anything in the blacksmith shop we could use to fight with?
Angela goes over and says, "Well, are you all equipped?
Pretty much. But
Then you
every
don't
little
need
bit
anything.
helps.
I think everyone else needs some armaments themselves, if what you say is true, brother."
Well,
Especially your newfound friend. He doesn't seem to have any much of him at all.
yeah, do you... I don't know, I already gave him my short sword.
Well, that's your short sword. Did you give him a shitty one, or did you just give him
No, I gave him
An
my
actual
sword,
good
the
sword.
one I made. You know what?
All right. Well, I can't, since you guys are well equipped. I can't. That's fine.
Alright.
So right now, so you do that. Rico, you tell Blue. Blue says that he'll stay just in case of anything bad happens to Nia. She will.
And I ask him for a healing potion if he has one.
He doesn't have one, unfortunately. I looked at his character. He doesn't have one.
What fucking use are you? Napping, Dragonborn. Fuck.
I could. Rico, are you still drunk?
No, I'm just mad. Been a shitty night.
As you stamp out, walking out.
You
All
could
right,
buy
so-
him in the heads of coins.
Axius, you take your short rest, like you said, and you three are joined together.
Find
Do
a
I
green
see the
dragon.
well?
Do you see? You do? Do you actively look for that well?
Yeah.
All right, you find the well. It's not that fucking hard to find. You see a well, and it's a basic ass fucking well.
What time of night is it?
It's about say all this. So it's been like an hour because since we'll say it takes you an hour to get across town to say and to go across town to meet back.
10:30.
So it's around 11:30 at this point. So
11:30.
Is it
This
okay
guy's
if I take a short rest? I'm kind of hurt.
Beatrice joins you. Excuse me, Grace. Excuse me, but you guys don't know her that.
We taking
So what's
What,
the plan
Leia?
here?
Anea?
No, we're not taking Anea. No.
Okay, Anea, you stay here and
What-
start
what-
helping
what-
people get ready.
Where did she come from?
Anea's not with you guys, so.
Once again, I do Anea.
Why are you screaming? Says Beatrice to you.
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, there might be attack in the morning. Be prepared.
Yeah,
I
I
tell
know
him.
that. I'm with you. It seems like you're
No,
aging and
you
slowly
stay
and
here and
fastly
help Blue.
progress. Yeah, no shit.
You
I'm gonna
stay
stay here.
You stay here.
The town is gonna need everything, and I'm the only strong one here.
And I,
Make
She
sure
walks away.
everyone has a weapon.
She walks away.
I
No.
think you guys had two different conversations. I think Iron Eyes, you thought that you were talking to Nea. He was dealing with Beatrice the whole time.
Yeah, you're talking to Beatrice. Like Nea's like not even part of the group.
who's yelling for
Oh.
Anea?
Wow.
Yeah.
So
I thought it was
so
Beatrice
we'll
and
just
Nancy.
say you try to say all this, but she says this as complete and utter nonsense and just walks away.
Confused, I was like, wait, what?
Don't get it, a pity woman.
All right, what do the three of you do now?
The what?
I think we go get Axios's wife.
Okay.
Let's go kill a green dragon
All right.
or die.
Are you still by the well?
To me,
No. At this point, no.
He's not. Oh.
He's not.
He's
I mean, if
fucking
you look
hiding
around,
somewhere.
if you look around, you're finding me sleeping in the dirt somewhere.
Make a perception check. I'll give you a try to find him.
Roll that shit.
Roll that shit.
11.
Okay.
Oh god.
You don't find him. A 0? Yeah, you did. It seems like a little bit of drunkenness is still lingering, Rico, so you're not paying much attention. Ichabod, you don't seem to find him at all. Fortunately, your newfound friend, Koto.
But Koto, you do hear somewhere in the distance an angry halfling going, Koto! Koto!
I wake up, dust myself off, and walk out into the middle of the town. What?
Off
Are they
for more
attacking
than
now?
what?
Do you want to save Axios's wife and fight an undead dragon? Just be totally fucking cool? Or you want to sleep in the dirt?
Those are two different answers. Yes, I would like to save his wife. No, I don't want to fight dragon.
But it's fucking cool.
And I need proper weapons.
There's an armory.
It is 11:30.
Dragon fighting time. Everyone knows that. That's the time you fight dragons.
If I go into the blacksmith shop with him, what do we find?
All basic equipment and +1 equipment. Basically everything on source armor except for plate, and every single type of weapon you can think of that is +1 because it's your sister's black.
Can I trade in my light crossbow for +1
Sure.
light crossbow? Fuck
Sure.
yeah.
So, DM, I can just look around the shop and just start.
Yeah, it's like
Toys
a
R
kid
Us
at
and
a
up
candy
this
store
place.
for you. So what would you like? Keep in mind of your weight carrying capacity. So, and don't worry about that. D&D Beyond checks out.
I'd like
And-
to have a +1 longbow and pick up several quivers of arrows if I can.
How many arrows would you like?
60.
Sure, you do that. You have
Just
60
take-
regular arrows
Like the
and
entire
a +1
teleporter.
longbow. What else would you
I'm gonna
like?
go over for this.
I mean, I'd be fine with that.
Just that? No armor, no nothing?
I can't wear armor. I'm a monk.
Oh yeah. Angela says, just a bow. That's it.
And arrows, yes.
All right. Well, happy hunting, I guess. You have strange friends, brother. All right, you got your equipment. So the town is preparing for the worst, as every able body is basically gearing up for arms and armor. So that being said, what do the 4 of you now do?
Can we take a short rest before we go?
Oh,
Can I just piggyback him and he just short rest as I'm piggybacking him through the woods?
No.
Dang it.
I thought you took a short rest already.
I did. I was waiting
Axios
for one
did.
of you guys.
Yeah.
Well, could we have gone through that guy's pocket and got that rock he said he had?
You never did. So, as far as you know, you didn't do anything to the body. As far as you know, that some people just found Victor's body just fucking dead.
Well, we have
Oh,
his
he can shoot.
bag.
Oh yeah, you do have his bag. I will give you that. You did took his bag. Do you want to look through that bag?
I'll look
Yeah.
through it because I think. Oh, Ichabod.
You
has it.
find a dagger, 200 traps, a tinderbox, and 3 days worth of rations.
Not that stone. Okay, well,
Oh, and you find a stone. My apologies.
oh, the stone.
Yep, it's a stone, and it seems like to be a stone that has a carved face on it that goes like that.
I pocket the rations.
Sure, you
Hey,
get 3
we
rations.
gotta we gotta feed the cart mushrooms.
They were fed before we got to town. They should be good for another day or two.
Okay.
Um,
Koto's like, the fuck are cart mushrooms?
Again, just completely
I'm
ignored.
I'm holding up the dagger and I look at the monk and I'm like, "Would you like to have this too, just in case?"
And fun with bow.
All right,
You have a regular
put
ass
the
dagger.
dagger into my
Sure.
back of my belt and stuff.
Yep.
I hand the stone to Rico. By chance, do you know what this is?
I can't identify it, if that's what you're asking.
That would take 10 minutes, wouldn't it? Did your arcane? Well, I wouldn't know about arcane checking. Never mind.
I mean, DM, can I do an Arcana check?
Because you're an artificer and because magic items aren't your thing, I'll let you attempt to make an Arcana check. Since you're kind of in
Big
your
money,
forte.
big money. Okay, 23.
Yeah, Rico, you recognize this disascending stone.
That's Sending Stone. You typically have 2 of them.
Well,
Could we, any chance of using it to locate where his wife is exactly at? To help
no.
us get us there quicker?
I wouldn't send anything with that stone. It
No,
probably
I'm not
is
going to use
good
it
for
to
the bad
talk. I'm
guys.
just like, is there any way of using it to find out where the other stone is without talking it?
I don't think it works like that.
So, Rico, you know sending stones are used to send. It's basically the sending spell, but in the stone, where the other whoever has the other stone can listen to it and respond to it. 25 words or less, of course. And basically, this sending stone is basically unlimited uses, which is good. And you know for a fact that if you try to send a message to the other person, you don't know where
But
the
you
other stone is, though.
can't use it to track the other phone or
Rico,
stone.
that's all the info I'm giving.
Okay.
What if
Never
we
mind
just
then.
send, like, hey, where are you at? Question mark.
No.
No, you don't sound like him. I'll just pocket it in my pouch. Let's go.
You have a sending stone in your inventory now.
I'm gonna go over to Koto and show him the green dragon scales on my armor. Go, we're gonna go finish the job. It's gonna be fucking cool. We're gonna have fun. Or we'll all die. Whatever.
I think we have different explanation of fun.
Well,
But you pay me and give me back a longbow. So, hey, why not?
Nice.
Can't we sleep? Sleep is something that we do.
his wife is gonna get killed in the morning. You really just wanna sleep in?
No.
Fuck up,
Early
Buttercup!
dragon?
Just slap him on the ass and keep going.
I ready my bow and I just follow with my head down like, why? Why did I pick this town of all towns?
All right, you four follow. Well, you go into the forest, and you follow. You go towards the tail end of the. Question: how are you guys entering the forest? Are you going straight through where? So Axios. We'll say Axios is leading the group. We'll say that because he got direct information. That being said, Axios, there are several ways you could go through the forest, but keep in mind time is a thing, and if you do have the map, even though this forest is small, traveling through it's going to be, require some rolls, and depending on how good or bad you do, it will take you longer or shorter. That being said, Axios, how would you like to enter the forest? Through the front, where you went through earlier that day, around the side, or would you like to go all the way around back? He did say it is going to be at the end of the forest, which would be all around back. However, it's going to take longer to get there. With the side, it's not going to take as much time, but you would still have to go through a forest with less rolls to be required. But if you go straight through, it's going to require multiple. But it's most likely the safest bet. safest bet as far as stealth is concerned.
Which one's
Just
the
you don't
safest
be-
best for stealth? you
Okay,
said?
so let me rephrase. You have the forest, right?
No, I got that.
You-
You
So,
said I
You
didn't hear
go
what
through
said at the end.
straight, you know the way already. So I'll say that because you're already kind of halfway through navigating, the first couple rolls will be easier. However, there's a higher chance of facing some enemies. That being said, you could go through the side, which you still have to make rolls, and there's going to be less time consumed, but you won't be as much in danger. Or you could go all the way around back, which is the safest route. However, it's going to take a lot more longer time just to go around the forest. There'll still be rolls, but not as much as the other two. That being said, what do you do?
Side. What's up?
DM, you said this is the high forest, correct? The high forest that I grew up in.
Oh, yes. We
So
haven't
with the
mentioned
proficiency
party
and
yet.
survival, and
Mhm.
this is my backyard,
Yes.
can I have a good idea of where this dragon is in the middle of the forest?
You have a pretty good idea. However, because you haven't been in quite some time, and because, according to, well, from your crazy conversations that has been had, there's probably threats in the forest. What threats? You're not too sure. Probably undead. But you do know that navigating through it for you won't be as difficult, and you can definitely lead the party to that. Rolls won't be as tough. That being said, there's still some threats, but again, you haven't mentioned this to the party, so who knows?
No.
So.
As we get up to the forest, I start looking for any game trails. I make a
Yeah.
survival roll.
Survival with advantage because it's your town, basically. You
13.
find a trail.
I look back at the motley crew, and I violently. I go to make Elvin hand gestures, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. They don't know. Follow me. And I notch an arrow, and I start taking the game trail, and I start moving stealthily.
All right.
Flat or advantage with stealth as well.
Okay.
Would it be a flat or with advantage to move stealthily through my forest?
It will be advantage for you. It would be regular rolls.
I'm gonna hang about like 8 feet back and then follow. I'm confused. But...
You're like,
At the 22,
This
I
guy.
start moving quickly and
Oh,
very
yeah.
quietly.
oh yeah. You guys see that Kodo? You guys get the feeling that Kodo knows this for the back of his fucking hand.
Alright, follow after. Stealthily.
All right. You three make stealth checks now. Regular rolls for you three.
30-20.
Nice.
21.
Nice. Now we're waiting on Rico. Oh wait, I do see Rico's 16. Yeah, you guys are all stealthy, and with Kodo's experience through the high forest, you're able to navigate your way through the forest. You guys do see a couple of undead with glowing green eyes. Kodo, this is the first time you've seen of this type of undead in your 2 years of surviving the apocalypse, which is new to you. But they haven't seemed to notice you, as like these are just like acting like regular zombies, but they just have glowing green eyes. Weird to you.
Do they notice us?
No.
I move right past them.
Yep, you do so. Another stealth check, Kodo with advantage.
$21.
Okay.
12.
Nice. All right. Decent rolls. So it's kind of a 50-50. Let me roll this dice, see if they see you or not. Okay, they don't. So, you, again, there's more glowing green-eyed zombies, and amongst these zombies, you do see a zombified ogre with glowing green eyes. Ichabod and Rico, you two recognize this as one of the ogres you've encountered, it seems like to be weeks ago. You're muted, buddy. You're muted, Bob. There'd be a button killing everyone here today. You're muted.
Does one of them still have my dagger in its head?
Oh yeah, one of them. It's the one that you had the dagger in its head, where it's just like sticking.
I want my dagger back.
All right. Do you? All right. You all continue. Stealth check. Kodo with advantage.
Damn it.
21 again.
19.
All right. It's a group check, so all you succeed. Again, you pass through. You see the other two ogres, along with a larger size count of other zombies, and they don't notice you. Stealth check again. Kodo with advantage. Okay.
10.
21 again.
Okay. Majority succeed though. So, Kodo, you seem to slip and you seem to make some noise. You do see a larger horde going, but you manage to stealth back up and quickly get out of dodge before they seem to notice you. You three notice that Kodo's actually doing quite well as far as being very stealthy and seem to know to navigate his way through this very well.
Yeah, for a human, this is
Or a
exceptional.
human too, on top of that. So, where it's basically very dark and he's just very majorly navigating
Look down at Rico, go. That's my recruit.
it.
Every now and then I stop. I kind of get the feel of the forest. I know that all the undead's going to be messing with the general flow of
course.
the forest, but I'm trying
course.
to see where the corruption would be at, because the green dragon would add a lot of corruption to
Oh
the
yeah, you're
waste.
heading towards it. You're heading towards it.
And every
Right.
now and then you see me stop, touch a leaf, touch a tree, and I just keep on going.
All right.
I had
Final
to go their
stealth.
speed though. How fast are they going? They're about 30.
Who? Who are you talking
Party.
about? The party is like
Just-
right behind you, just 10 feet away.
Well, I
But
can
they're
move 40.
keeping up with you. Oh,
Can they
well,
move
they're
40?
keeping up with you. They keep
25.
They keep, yeah, 25, 30, 30, but they're keeping up with you. So, final
Okay, so
stealth
I-
check.
I'll be going about 30 just to keep pace with them. I don't want to
Sure.
outpace them.
Sure. Final stealth check. Kodo with advantage.
20.
Nice.
So 24.
Oh,
13.
You all
Eight.
succeed in the skill challenge of stealthing through the forest with a bunch of undead. It seems to get worse and worse, and as you go closer and closer towards the source of corruption, Kodo, you see, it seems like to be green light coming from what seems like to be a center point of a clearing that you know. And as you guys go towards that clearing, you see that this light is getting brighter and brighter until eventually you guys are stealthy enough to where you see basically this large clear area where on one end of the clearing you do see Amryn breathing but unconscious, tied up against a tree, and just curling around this tree is an undead green dragon. It's the same green dragon you guys encountered days ago. And it's just curling up, going with some undead scattered about, and you do see the black dragonborn just waiting there patiently and looking up at the sky and then just pacing back and forth. And what's weird enough, all of you make perception checks at this point.
Flat or with an advantage?
Flat.
Didn't see anything. Mhm.
See shit.
Wow, those are some. He is like dangling something around like his, like he has some kind of necklace and he's dangling something, but because of the bright light in this concentrated center above you guys really can't see what it is. But he is clutching something like a baseball size large. And you all notice that, so Dragonborn naturally have claws for hands with 4 claws, quote unquote. This Dragonborn is clutching it with a very humanoid left hand, decayed almost.
Oh,
And he's just walking, pacing back and forth.
How'd he get that?
That
I
being
heard
said,
about this guy. His name's Trogdor.
that being said, what do you all do? At the moment, you are stealth, but there's undead around, and there's an undead green dragon crawling around where Amaranth is, and a green dragon will clutch something.
How far away are we from the dragon?
60 feet.
How many
Okay.
undead are there?
I'm glad you asked. Let me roll 2d20. Actually, no. Let me roll. Let's see.
I'm gonna get
Let me
behind
roll-
a tree.
Let me roll 2d20s and I'll let you know. There's 25 undead around.
Jesus.
Is there any trees around? How many
No,
trees do we
it's-
have?
So, like, it's a big clearing area, so, like, it's completely, like, clear, but you have the trees circling around the area in which you guys are stealthing. Other than that, there's 25 undead scattered about, and so, yeah, that's what basically this area is. And there's, like, one tree in the middle, along with the tree that Amaranth is behind.
So we're still in the trees. We haven't went to the clearing.
You haven't
Correct.
went to your stealth right now.
Looking around at the trees, I'm trying to find a tree where I could get a nice height advantage.
Okay. I need you to make a stealth check, just for flat out stealth check, because there's more concentrated light and there's a higher chance of seeing you.
Got a 17.
You climb up a tree. You're on top of a. We'll say this is about. How far up do you want to go?
As high up as I can get.
Okay, you could get up to 30 feet in the air, just at the same level as where the light is.
Is Beatrice with us?
No, she's at town.
I move my quiver from my back to
Mhm.
my side. I signal down to the party that I'm ready.
Whisper to
guys-
Axius. I don't think we can win this fight.
So what do we do? I said we run 2 hours ago. I told you this was all here.
We run.
Am I gonna do my distraction and you try to save your wife?
You're gonna die if you do that.
At least you'll have your wife back.
We either turn back and run, but take Beatrice with us and run, or we fight here now and we die. And he gets the skulls anyway.
Well, we do got a spy out of there. We can tell the village
No.
run.
We could evacuate the village. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I motion to Kodo to come back down.
Then I look questionable and I scamper back down. And I slowly move towards the group. What are we doing?
This is. We
Wait,
gotta evacuate the town. They can't. He won't know that we know. That he doesn't know that we killed the spy. We can give them time to run and scatter. He's only after us anyway. Only one person has to die in that situation.
If so, we
That's my wife.
tell the town folks to leave their homes. I don't think they will all leave their homes. There are many undead in these woods.
Yeah, and they're coming in the morning, but they would come at night if the spy had told them that we were trying to warn them. They don't know that we killed the spy. We can warn them, and they would have at least 5 hours to scatter. It's a better chance than this.
I make another stupid ass suggestion.
You pull that skull out my bag, then you're on your own.
Fuck no, that'll kill me. No, we send Koto back to town to evacuate. I get to the opposite end of this clearing and cause a distraction. You two go in, save your wife. We'll meet back in town.
Well, because she wouldn't like it if we died for a stupid reason and let her town die. She would hate us if we let you die for that purpose.
She'll get over it. And it's my suggestion. Plus, I have expeditious retreat, and so I can actually run pretty fucking fast.
Kodo, can you shoot the ropes that are around her wife? Then we can just jet back. That at
I can
least gives
try.
her a chance to survive.
I think that would
But-
call a lot of attention to her.
It would call a lot of attention, period. And we are surrounded by undead. I can make it out of the forest just fine.
Turn into a giant out here. Everyone will start swarming us. We won't make it.
If you free her, she has a chance of escaping by herself.
If we do any action, all the undead of the forest and all the undead and dragon in the clearing will be alerted.
Mm, not
It'll
if
cause a distraction. It'll be cool.
no. If you shoot the ropes and she gets free, she can sneak out by herself. Who's gonna notice? All the undead just milling around.
Yeah.
The
I
dragon-
believe
the dragon's laying there, not doing nothing. It could be asleep for all we know.
He was circling. Wait. The dude
He's
was
laying
circling-
around
He
the.
was
He's
circling
might be around
Is he
it,
circling
but he's
actively?
kind of he is curled around the tree, and you can say he's undead, so he doesn't have to sleep or drink or whatnot. So it's active at this point. If you're trying to do anything,
There's no possible way to get your wife back alive unless we pull the undead away.
And I'm saying
means
that
a distraction.
That is more lives than just one, and she would hate that and wouldn't live with it.
Like
Well-
I said, if we find a way to cut her binds, or he shoots
We
the
don't
binds,
have time. We have to go back. This is
That's
Alright,
why we
it's your
send
wife,
Koto.
I start walking away. It's your wife.
I know that.
That's why we send Koto to warn the town. Give them a head start.
I look at Rico and I have a serious pain look as I'm saying all of this because I know the gravity of what I'm saying. And I just head back into town.
I know the gravity too. I mean, if it was my sister, she wouldn't live with that way. And if we tried to save her and everyone died anyways.
I start circling the clearing to get
Sure.
on the other side.
I'm sneaking
Sure.
back to town.
All right, so I need confirmation. Kodo, Ichabod, and Axios. You guys are heading back to town to warn everyone about the upcoming threat.
To
Or
evacuate.
evacuate, correct?
To evacuate.
What are you doing, Rico?
Circling the clearing to the other side.
Okay, stealth check, please.
No, wait. No, wait.
Do this
This is
myself.
Rico doing. Yep.
Oh God, no! Can I give myself guidance?
You can.
Probably
I
not
don't know if
gonna
that'll
help.
matter though.
Yeah,
Not enough.
done.
Not enough. You tried to circle around the clearing. However, you tripped. As you tripped, one second here. Ba-boom. Bang. 3 undead spot you. It goes. The Dragonborn turns around and notices. Turns around and sees you, Rico, and he says, "In this, by the way, Black Dragonborn, horns are curled towards the front. Yellow eyes, all black. He seems to have scars. He seems to be wearing a mixture of what seems like to be a wizard's garb and a monk gi, and it is completely black. He turns around. You see him clearly clutching the green skull around his necklace. And he goes, you have one. And he goes up to you. And we will end the session here and see what happens.
What is happening?
So we'll come back next week to see what else happens. And until then, guys, we will see what will happen next week. So first things first, shout outs to Pocket Dimension is where we got Justin. So if you guys are interested into the Dead Realms campaign, you guys have to join the Pocket Dimension Discord. It is a Discord server that has a great D&D community. And on top of that, you not only can you join this campaign, but also possible other campaigns. Second shout out to Lady K Does Art for doing this amazing background and the logo. And until then, guys, we'll see you next week and we'll see what happens. So, until then, see you then.